Today we're going to talk about the 3 ways to increase the number of treatments in your clinic. And guys, it's a must watch. My name is Mark Bentz and I own one of the largest multidisciplinary clinics in Canada. I'm also the founder of the Virtual CEO program. I work with people like yourself, massage therapists, physiotherapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists, all types. And I work with you to give the business that you've always wanted. So we create a bulletproof clinic for you. It's extremely financially successful and it gives you the lifestyle you've always wanted. Let's get started. Here's the first way. Now the first 2 are tough, okay? They're gonna be tough on you guys. The first thing is you gotta look at what happened to all the initials. So you're doing initials every day, every week. You can look back and say, wow, there's a lot of initials coming in. You got to figure out why they didn't rebook. And there'll be a portion, like this is why numbers are so important. There'll be a portion when you look back and you're going to go, wow. Like I've seen numbers as high as 80% of people not rebooking with a therapist. And it's just like, whoa, this is crazy. Because if I send 10 new initials, these are hard people to get, man. You can spend a lot of money as a clinic owner to find these people. If I send 10 to that therapist and they're at 80%, wow, that's a lot of money that I've spent and they never came back. So really, really important. Figure out your initials and why didn't they come back? And that's going to require a phone call. And maybe it's you as the clinic owner, like myself. Maybe it's your admin staff that can reach out. The best person to reach out for sure is the therapist. And connect. And understand that if the person came in for low back pain, reach out and say, ring, ring. Hi, Tom. I'm just reaching out to see how your low back pain is. I saw you, a couple months ago. I just want to make sure your back pain is reduced. And I'm going to send you off an email that has a really, really good exercise protocol that can help with your disc herniation. Now, what do you think that's going to do for that initial person? They're going to feel connected, they're going to feel supported, and they're probably going to go, wow, you know what? I trust these people. And whatever the reason was that they didn't come back, now you've rekindled the relationship. So the second part of that, one is the phone call, second is an email. Most phone calls go to voicemail. So make sure you got something to send out. And again, it's easier if you know what you're doing and you're sticking to niches. If you're sticking to specialties, it's going to be way easier to do this because then you can call a bunch of people and you'll have the same amazing article or strengthening protocol or stretching protocol. Like it'll be way easier to send that out. Because if you're going to do research on everybody, it slows you down. And this is a numbers game, right? This is a numbers game and figuring out, hey, how do I make sure that that client feels supported so they trust that they will come back and create a therapeutic relationship with the clinic and the therapist. Okay, so the first thing there is figure out those initials, support them, they'll come back into your clinic. The second huge area, this is the biggest area, are subsequents. Now, depending on how long the clinic's been in business, the therapist has been practicing at the clinic, you could have hundreds, like for us, we have hundreds of subsequents for each therapist. And the number one thing I say to therapists is you gotta go looking at your subsequents. What happened to them? You might have actually got them better for say they had an ankle injury, or maybe low back, or headaches, whatever it is. But then, hey, reach out because they might have been training for a marathon. There might be hockey players, and that's a sport that needs constant rehab. So you gotta drill down with your subsequents. And the number one way to drill down your subsequents is figuring out the average number of treatments per client or patient. So that's important. You got to do that equation. Now I've got a video in the notes that goes into that detail because that is the holy grail that people aren't looking at as clinic owners. So please, in the notes, I've got it. And it's the number one equation, how to turn a busy clinic into a profitable clinic. Because the thing is, you might be busy, are you profitable? That's the real answer. That's where you want to be, is profitable. Busy is stressful. Profitable makes everything go that much easier. Okay, so the second thing is drill deep with those subsequent clients. You got tons of them. They're everywhere. Figure out how you can be a better support for them. Third thing is look at your online presence. Where can you make inroads? And you can make inroads. So you might think, well, I'm in a big city. Boy, it's pretty hard to compete for terms like physiotherapy, let's say in Vancouver. Physiotherapy Vancouver, massage therapy Vancouver, chiropractic in downtown Vancouver. You might go, well, man, that's hard. I mean, how do I compete there? There's so many big clinics that invest so much money and time and all the energy to get to those spots. And that's very true. You might not be able to compete in those areas, right? Because you're going to come across people like myself. I got a large clinic, 47 therapists. I know other people with large clinics. We have budgets. We have people actually allocated. That's all they do. So don't try and think that, I'm going to go make it for chiropractic in downtown Vancouver, that key phrase. Don't worry about that. Maybe you're going to make it for headaches chiropractor downtown Vancouver. Or an example could be you've got a smaller area in your city. So here we have a place called Yaletown. So maybe your niche is headaches chiropractic Yaletown. I don't know what it is, but you need to figure it out, okay? And there's 3 areas. There's organic search, there's local search. So local is Google My Business, your listing that appears on the map. And then there's pay-per-click. Now, pay-per-click, you pay for, right? So it's easy to get up there. Now, I assure you, it's the most costly, and you really don't get the greatest people over time, but you need to measure it. That's the only way you're going to figure that out, okay? Second, Google My Business. That's local, right? So if someone is living 3 blocks away, it's really important that in the local result, you can appear. Organic. Now, this is a longer term approach, but again, this is where the niches pay off. So in my example of chiropractic headaches Yaletown, this is where you could appear. Or maybe it's sciatica physiotherapist running downtown Vancouver. And I'm talking key phrases, right? This is what people are typing in to Google for searches. Because again, you will not there's no chance you're going to compete for physiotherapy Vancouver. It's way too busy. But figure out what you're good at. What is your specialty? What do your therapists love to do? And you can compete in that area. And then measure it. Of course, none of these things, running a business makes no sense unless you measure it. Because I assure you, what you can create is a busy practice, but a busy practice isn't a profitable practice. And a busy practice over time creates stress, unreasonable amount of hardship for you and the staff. And if you're actually making no income, like if you're actually not increasing your net income, so that's money after paying all your bills, if you're not increasing that and bringing it home to you, you're gonna realize that, my God, hour for hour, this is too much. Like this clinic I've created is just, it's smothering me. So really, really important, guys. That's where you need to be looking, okay? Looking forward to hearing about your successes. Go out there, take action. I'll see you in the next video.